Tell us about your childhood and how you got started in tennis.
My childhood. Actually, I got started here at McGregor Park. My brother was playing baseball just right behind me, and I actually was sitting down watching two men play on the first court. One of the guys was John Wilkerson, who actually taught me how to play. John still has been a huge factor of the program, even now. And so John asked me if I wanted to play, and I said yes. And I tried it, hit the first ball over the fence. I was like so excited. He said, no, you must keep it in the little white lines. I choked up on the racket, which has always been a bad habit, and been playing ever since. Absolutely love the sport.
And when did you know that you wanted to become a professional tennis
I
player?
actually didn't even know that you could become a professional tennis player until I was actually 14 years old. And I lost in the finals of 14 nationals. And a girl by the name of Andrea Yeager was getting ready to turn professional. And I was like, wow, what's professional? And that's when someone said, like Arthur Ashe. And I was like, oh. I was like, well, I lost 7-5, 7-5 to her, so I felt if she could do it, I could definitely do it. By the time I was 17, I was the number one junior in the world, and just left from high school, straight from my prom, straight on to the courts at the French Open in the quarterfinals.
And how would you describe the opportunities and challenges of being black and a woman in professional tennis?
How would I describe being a woman and being black in professional tennis? Well, actually, back in my day, it wasn't as difficult as it was for Althea Gibson, but the barriers were still there. There was subconsciously things that I had to deal with all the time. But, John really taught us, as well as I had some other coaches, Willis Thomas and Angel Lopez, always taught me to just, not really worry about what was going on the outside, but also just to be the best that I could be and let my racket do the work. But when I was younger, I just really didn't focus so much on that because I knew it was there, and I just kind of kept moving. And I knew I wanted to be a role model for people, and knew that I was going to have to break some barriers. In order to do that, sometimes you have to be a little more quiet in order to get where you want to go.
I read a few articles about your recent experiences with Hurricane Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
Could you share with us what you went through and how you were able to bounce back?
Well, actually, believe it or not, I was just talking to someone recently about bouncing back from Hurricane Harvey, where actually we finally got, as far as ZGA is concerned, Zina Garrison Academy, we finally got to have a trailer because we had a lot of mold. Myself personally, I had a lot of damage. I lost a lot of things. Half of the things I can't even remember what I lost. But it's really interesting because I kind of had developed PTSD, is where post traumatic syndrome, and didn't even realize it. And it's like when it rains and thunder and lightning outside and things like that, it's like I'm always worried about flooding. Or, I actually did move up on the 27th floor, so I feel like I'm very comfortable. But, unpacking or trying to repack something or get rid of something, it's pretty traumatic. But I'm doing well. I've had a lot of support from friends and family, and I know there's a lot of people that it's a lot worse off, but Houston is what we consider to be Houston strong, and people really have mended together to help each other.
And if you could go back in time, what would you do different?
If I could go back in time, I would come in the time now where they're making all this money. That would be one thing, and play tennis now. But I've had a great life. I've had a great career. There's still things that I want to do. But I really can't complain. But that would probably be the one. I'm no different than most athletes, and you think about the money that these kids are getting sometimes, and not respecting the game. Sometimes it's disturbing, but it's just all part of it. You came when you came, and you broke the barriers that you were supposed to break.